Yeah. Yes, so Sonia is a personal friend of mine, just a wonderful human being. I love her to bits, and we've known each other for quite a number of years. Sonia lives in Switzerland together with her partner, Louise, and she's a past life and regression therapist. And she has recently also specialized in channeling. So this is something we're here for today. Sonia offers one-to-one sessions. She also offers a 12-week course, and you can learn a lot more about Sonia on her website, which we will link at the bottom, soniasarina.com. Yeah, she lives in a beautiful, picturesque village in Switzerland. And you will learn more about her today. And today we have a special, very first special live event with Sonia. And what we've agreed on is that four participants that have linked into the call today get a 15-minute live channeling with Sonia. So we are super excited to dive into it. So I'll hand over to you, Sonia, and you can just pick somebody and then do a little introduction and get started. Thank you so much for being here. We're super excited about this.
Natani, thank you so much for the introduction. And also, Stephanie, thank you for creating the platform and creating the space and holding the space for me to be able to offer this. I don't want to do a huge talk. I'll just go. Who wants to go first? Who's the brave one? There you go, Darcy. Okay. So Darcy, what we will do is I will maybe quickly explain just a few terms when I'm talking about the higher self. Because what I do is I channel the higher self, and I just want to clarify what the higher self is when I talk about it, because there's many definitions around what the higher self is. So for me, when I say higher self, it is the part in you that is you, but it's as if it is. I look at it vertically, okay? So you have you incarnated in this body, we have the divine source, you have soul, and there's something in between that is like plant this incarnation that knows everything about all the past lives, about what is happening right now. And that's what I call the higher self. So it's like it is you, basically, but it is not you incarnated. I hope that makes sense. So that's the main term that I'm using, and that's what I'm connecting to. As a channel, I'm just creating a bridge between that which is up there and who you are today. That's all I'm doing. So it's speaking through me, basically. And if there's any other terms that are coming up or any questions, you can ask me. I will, with your permission, connect with your higher self now. It takes me usually about half a minute to 2 minutes. I'll just be quiet. And when I have the connection, I will start describing what I am receiving. And then when I say we're ready, you can ask your question and we'll see what comes through as an answer. Does that sound good to you, Darcy?
Yes, yes.
Okay. Okay. So Darcy, I have a first connection, and I'm just gathering a little bit of information. I'm receiving images, and I'm also receiving feelings. And then sometimes later in our conversation, I might be receiving phrases or words as well. When I'm describing the images and the feelings, just to clarify as well, this is how my brain translates the frequency that I'm receiving. So if I describe a picture, that doesn't mean that's how your higher self looks like. That's just how I'm receiving it. And that gives me an information that I can then translate to you. All right?
Okay.
So the first thing I am getting, and also this is very typical because I'm incarnated in a human body. When I'm speaking to a woman, the higher self often shows itself close to a female human body so that I know what I'm connecting with. So in your case, I am getting an image of a smaller woman, very, very smiley. So there's a huge smile on her face. She's smaller, and I'm getting a feeling of she's quite delicate, quite a softer kind of energy, and extremely joyful. And what I got at the very beginning as well, and that's why I had a smile on my face, I sensed animals around her. So we'll speak about this later, if you have a connection to nature or animals, or if it's something else I need to understand. But I was sensing animals, like pets, smaller animals, and my translation at the moment is a very sensitive connection to nature, very close to that delicate, beautiful, like childlike feeling of nature. That's what I was getting from your higher self. So first, before you ask your question, so far, does this resonate at all with your personality, with how you see yourself?
A little bit, it does, yeah, for sure, especially this time of year.
Okay, very, very good. All right, just give me a second so I can connect with her a little more. Yeah, I think we can ask the question. Just one more thing that came through was that, again, the energy I'm getting is you at your, what I would call your highest potential, or at your source, at your essence. She showed me as if she was playing with something. So I'm getting a playful energy. And she's a little distracted, like she's not there. Some higher selves are like, oh, please ask the question. She wants to show me things, but still, I'll let you ask your question now.
Okay, so when you say ask a question, I'm a little confused. I've never done anything like this before.
Oh, okay. Yes, so
I'm sorry.
I should have clarified that at the beginning. So basically, you can ask a question, anything that you would like clarification or anything that you would like to know at this moment from your higher self. If you don't have a question, I'll just continue to see what she's showing me.
I feel like I'm in limbo with some things, and I'm wondering, everything I seem to do, how come I'm not moving forward any longer? I feel as though I'm kind of waiting for something, and I don't understand how I'm going to make that happen at this point.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. So as you're asking this question again, the first thing that your higher self shows me is she's not interested in what you were talking about. She showed me two different pictures. She showed me that which she keeps showing me since the beginning, and we're going to go a little deeper into that because I think she wants to point to something that seems to be important. And she showed me, when you were talking about that, the limbo, the project, the whatever you want to go to, on her back, which tells me that at this point there's something that's not quite connected with where you want to go and what she would like to show us. Mm-hmm. I'm just going to tell you the images I'm getting, and you tell me if any of that makes sense. But first, I have a question for you.
Sure.
Me trying to understand what's coming through. Did you, at some stage in your life, did you feel like maybe you abandoned something that was created a lot of joy for you, that you really liked doing, something that you felt you had to leave behind? Or it could also be an interpretation of you stopped being playful or creative? Was there a point in your life when you decided, I cannot be like this anymore, or I cannot do this anymore? I need to do something different. Does that resonate?
It does resonate. Yes, absolutely.
Okay, then you don't need to tell us all the details about that. Just connect with that time in your life, what was happening. Your high self is looking up at me for the first time, which for me is confirmation that we're at the right point. So she's been pointing to me to that, whatever. Okay, let me ask her what she wants to show me. Okay, yeah, so it's definitely a message of reawakening that which you have left behind at that point. Again, I'm getting a playful energy. There's something about you really enjoying being creative in a way. You're creating something, you're playful. There's an energy of not much pressure, and especially not much head or logic in there. It's like a child that is playing, but you're not a child at this stage, you're an adult.
That makes sense to me.
That makes sense to you. Okay. So let me ask her how you can go forward with where you're at right now and where you want to go. And you said you're a bit in a limbo, right?
Yes.
I'm not asking more detailed questions, which I would if we were in a one-on-one, because I'm aware that this is life and I don't want it to become too personal for you.
And I just forgot that was right. We're live. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, so I'm just trying to kind of look at the structure. But if we were just the two of us, of course, we would go much deeper into what exactly it is you want to do, etc., etc. But for this, we don't need to do that. So let me I'm just going to ask her to connect with the two things. Okay, as she's looking, so again, I'm getting visuals. As she's looking into the direction of what you were describing, where you're at and where you would like to move forward, I get a worried. She looks worried. She looks worried. Now she's showing me you. I'm getting pressure. Again, I'm getting a pressure. And this worried feeling of is like, almost like a question. No, it's not even a question. It is as if you're split in two. A part of you knows that you want to do that, or you want to go there with your head, but I'm getting not so much with your heart. Yeah. So far it resonates, Darcy?
It does. Yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely.
How are we with time, Natanya?
I will ring a bell at past. You still have 8 minutes with Darcy.
Thank you. Okay. So Darcy, I asked you, higher self, what it is that can be helpful for you right now, a bit more practical. Okay. She's showing me you turning around. So she's telling me for you to where you are right now. I'm guessing you are already at a stage where you like stopped. Like I feel you quite still. So like in a moment of contemplation, of actually thinking and considering different options. So I don't have the feeling I need to tell you to stop. I have a feeling you have already stopped. But she's now asking you to turn around. Turn around meaning look in the past, reconnect with that which creates joy for you and awakens. Now she's showing me your brain. She's showing me your mind. Like there is a youthful, a childlike energy that is still awake in you, but that you haven't engaged with. And she's like, to look at that, to remember that, and to reawaken that feeling first. It's like, just turn around, look at that, acknowledge that this is who you've been, and this is still who you are deep inside. I'm getting an emotion you have to go to work through when you do that. That just came immediately right. Not going to be easy for you. I'm sensing you've probably been functioning in a way that is more, maybe more logical or more, I'm getting a lot of duties. Like you've been following a dutiful path, and you did that out of free will, and you thought that was right. That's, you know, the best for you. That's what you have to do. That's what I'm getting. Does it still resonate, Darcy? I've been talking.
Yeah, the dutiful makes a lot of sense. Yes.
Okay, okay. So it's like the moment you're gonna accept that you don't need to abandon that part of you for now. Just turn around and reconnect with the playful essence. It will create an emotion will come up, okay? You can look into this. I would just, it's not a warning, it's just like, just be aware of it. When emotions come up, when you do that, that's okay. Look at them, allow them to come up, and then work with them in whatever way is best for you. And then once you've integrated that, the meaning I'm still seeing you standing there, still in the middle. You still have your project or your idea or your path forward with the, I would say, more strategical, more dutiful Darcy, and connect with the more playful Darcy. Work through the emotions that come up when you do that, because you're going to become more whole. And from there, you're going to be able to take a more holistic decision. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does. Yeah.
Would you like clarification on any of these parts that I was talking about? Would you like to share something?
The dutiful, as far as that could mean so many things, but I think I'm getting where this comes from and where it goes to. I think I'm understanding that. And I think I'd like to get a little further into it. So I'll be in touch. I think we may be out of time. I'm not sure, but yeah, that definitely has resonated with me.
Okay.
100%.
Yeah. Just a few things. There is more people that are involved with that area of your life. I'm getting, might be a husband or a man, or I'm just getting a male figure. Kind of family feeling to it. Could also be a cousin and uncle. I didn't go into it deep, but there is more people involved in that. So when we go into that area, we're going to have to look at the relationships with these people as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely.
Okay, so I'll just ask you herself if there's maybe one last thing she would like to point out. She's, again, a huge smile, much brighter than at the beginning. She's showing herself hurt. And she's just pointing out that.
Did you say hurt?
Hurt, like it hurt, like
okay,
pierce.
yeah.
And she shows me, again, this is a bit cliche, but she shows me a lot of light, as in to encourage you when you are going to look in the past. This is not about bringing up past emotions or traumas. This is really about reconnecting with a resource, with an essence of you that will bring you a lot of joy, and there is a lot of light in there. So even if your head might think this is going to be difficult, or oh my God, how am I going to do this? And even if the emotions that come up are going to be like, oh my God, how am I going to deal with these emotions? She's like, there is a lot of light there, and that's bigger than anything else. So it's not about looking in the past to resolve a trauma. It's about looking in the past to reconnect with something that you are deep inside and that you need to use now to move forward.
For sure. That makes sense. Yeah. Yeah.
Wonderful. Thank you, Darcy.
Thank you. Thank you.
Bring myself back for a second. Okay.
Wonderful. That was exactly 15 minutes.
Oh, wow.
Right on the mark.
Yeah, right on the mark. Thank you, Sonia.
Beautiful.
Thank you, Darcy.
Thank you.
Darcy, thank you so much. You're welcome to stay and listen to the others as well, of course.
Okay.
Who would like to go next? Carolyn, would you like to unmute yourself? I do need to hear your voice to connect with you.
Hello.
Hi. Carolyn, how do you pronounce your name?
Carolyn.
Carolyn, okay, okay. And you're based in the States as well?
No, I'm in the UK.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm Welsh by origin.
Okay. Wonderful. Good. So I have your permission to connect with your higher self?
You do.
Okay, wonderful. And again, it will take a little moment. And I'll let you know.
Again, I'll just ring a bell after 15 minutes, so you don't have to worry too much.
Yeah, maybe just a couple of minutes before so I can finish up.
Okay, perfect. I'll do that. Okay. So Caroline, I'm getting the first connection, and it's always so interesting for me because it's so different to what I was getting from Darcy. Your higher self is coming in with she's showing herself bigger than you are, with much more intensity. So there is more of a feeling of urgency that I'm getting, a feeling of absolutely wanting to accomplish a mission. And immediately I'm also sensing a lot of wisdom from, I'm just going to put it in there again, that's my translation. I'm thinking past lives. I'm getting like ancestors, like ancestral wisdom, not necessarily from your family line, but carrying a lot of the knowledge of the earth. And she is ready to she's coming in like this from up, and she's like, I'm here, what do you want to know? Kind of.
Okay. It's difficult with this being live to be completely candid, but I think one question I apologize. There is a lot going on in my mind at the minute with this. But one question, I guess, a simple question is, am I on the right path?
Yes. She's just, your higher self is so intense. Like she is not smiling. She's not playing around. She just goes like, yes.
Okay. That doesn't surprise me.
That doesn't surprise you.
No.
Tell me a little more about that. How is your connection to your higher self?
I think it's an interesting and yeah, it's really bizarre that I find myself here this evening, as a result of Nathania inviting me. But I think probably I've been on a journey trying to connect with this part of myself for a long time, and not trusting it and the instincts that I have. And if I was to describe myself in this way, I would say I'm kind of like an energy worker. So I pick up frequencies, but I never trust it because I also have a background in science and psychology. And so it's like it isn't real. But what I'm coming to realize as I get older is that it is real, and I can rely upon it. And so it's that little bit of me that still not doubts. I don't think I doubt it anymore, but I just almost forget it's there. Does any of that make sense?
Yes. Your higher self is very, in the way she's right now with me, she's very rigid, as in she is very stable. She hasn't moved. She hasn't shown me anything. She hasn't moved. So yes, what you're saying makes a lot of sense. Again, I'm getting you have this ancestral wisdom, which is deep intuition, this knowledge of the earth, like everything you've gathered throughout. Again, I'm thinking lifetimes, and you have who you are today. You know, like you say, you've probably more scientific. You have a lot of wisdom and a lot of knowledge, not just wisdom, but knowledge as well. So she's very much like full. Like there's a lot there. That's like, I am ready. You know, it's like, what do you want? Where should we go? How can we use this? Let me see if I can get her to talk with me a little bit more and see how we can maybe support you in this trusting you. Okay, now she just says the mission. Okay. Now, okay, she's talking to me in words, not in images. She says, tell her, tell her that I want her to accomplish her mission now. Like her is you are her, but because she's speaking through me, to accomplish your mission. What do you say to that, Caroline?
I guess my question is, and I suppose it comes from the question I asked, which is, am I on the right path? And I guess, my question would be, what is my mission? How do any of us ever know that we're on the right path and that our mission, I kind of know what I feel. And there we go. There's that gap in trusting what I feel is right. Does that make sense?
Yeah. There's a couple of questions in there. Let's go one after the other. Let's ask her first. How can you surely know? Oh God, she's so not having it. I wanted to ask her how can you surely know that you're on your path? And she's like, she knows. It's like, why are you even asking this question? So okay. Yeah, but asking it because there's this gap in trust. She's very, very stern. She's like, you know. Okay. Caroline, do you know, part of you knows that you know?
I think I do know. Yes, I do. I think what happens with me is I'm really good at, what can I say, looking after other people. I'm not so good when it comes to myself and trusting myself. And I think that's part of the issue here with connecting with this part of me that I acknowledge now exists. And this is a fantastic opportunity for me, so thank you so much for this.
Yes So yeah, really connect, really trust. This is me, Sonia, speaking. Really trust that part in you that knows you are on the right path, and the other part in you that is asking the questions and that is more worried. That's the more human incarnated self. Work with that. So that is also you, but don't let go of the trust that you're on the right path.
Okay.
If I can tap into the mission a little more, because she is very, very proud that this is your focus, is this mission. She's pointing to mind first. She's pointing to your womb. Okay, now she's giving me a mix of images and feelings. Okay, I'm just going to translate the little bits that I'm getting at. I won't be able to give you like a perfect quote for this is your mission in your lifetime. Of course, you have to translate that for yourself. Just giving you the bits and pieces I'm receiving. First of all, I'm receiving it's connected with other people. So there is lots of people around you. I'm sensing that they are either younger than you or they are learning from you. So they could be old, same age or older, but not in whatever they want you to teach them. They have not reached that same level of wisdom and knowledge. So yeah, because I'm seeing younger people. So this could be, again, age or knowledge and wisdom. A lot of them. And you are to go in a relationship with them. That doesn't mean intimate, it's not like family, but it's like it's something about you personally connecting with people. You, as in who you are. A bit like now, yeah, she's confirming that I'm on the right path in translating this. She's like a bit like someone who's a kindergarten teacher, who has like a connection to each of the children, but she's not the mother. The teacher is not the mother, so she's not responsible for them, for their whole life and their whole education. She is just responsible for when they are with her, and as if that makes sense.
It does.
Yeah, that makes sense to you. Okay. Now let me see what else I'm getting. The mind. Has the mind got to do with the mission, or is it blockage? Blockage. Okay. Do you know, in a way, I'm sensing that the mind it has a very similar frequency to your essence, to your higher self, because she's showing me your mind in the same colors, in the same intensity. So what is it? Okay, now she says just too much focus. Too much focus on the mind. And that's where the worry is coming. Okay. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense, right? I mean, from everything what you said as well. Does it make sense to you?
Yes, it does. Yeah, very much.
Oh, and now she shows me the womb again. Do you remember at the very beginning I said she's showing me the womb? Your womb?
Yeah. Yeah.
Shows me the womb again. So the womb is okay, so we have the mind, the blockage, and the womb is how you resolve that by yourself. Connecting with your womb in whatever way you want to do that. Energetically. I'm getting a lot of light. Again, we're always on the right path. So when she's showing me a lot of light. And a softer energy. A lot of things. Okay, she's showing me now there's a lot of stuff coming all at the same time. So when you connect with your womb, you're connecting with a certain frequency that is lighter, softer, more connected with your body, more connected with the cycle of life, like again, your past lives, your current life, your family, the earth, this whole cycle. I said ancestral wisdom at the beginning, in this light way that I think that's exactly where you can feel it, like reconnecting. Okay, reconnected to the cycle of life and death. In a light way, in a complete surrendering, accepting, understanding way. That is what we're here for. And then she's showing me children again and people. Yeah. So connect with the womb, and through that you're going to be able to connect with your mission as well. Does this make sense to you? I don't care.
Yes, it does. All of this. Yes. Thank you.
Would you like clarification on anything, or would you?
No, I'm kind of blown away at the minute, so I don't think I have a question as such. If there's anything else that she wants to share, then that's fine, Sonia.
Okay, let me just see. Well, first of all, she has a smile on her face for the first time, so thank you for that. She's saying to me, I have to be a little stern with her sometimes to get through.
Makes perfect sense.
Showing herself in the more, like you are laughing now, I'm getting that same frequency. She's showing herself in a more lighter, in a more laughing way, as if she wanted to be so stern to make sure like this message is coming through clearly and without any going left or right.
100%. It's come through loud and clear, and I have goose pimples to prove it. So
Okay, I'll let you go. Thank you for your
Thank
communication.
you. Thank you.
Thank you, Caroline.
Thank you, Sonia.
Thank you so much, both of you. I have goosebumps as well. That
Oh,
was very, very touching. Thank you, Sonia. Just for everybody to know, if you need to jump off the call, we will definitely go over time a little bit because we started later than scheduled. So feel free. And for those who want to stay, we have, welcome Diana. We have 2 more readings. And I think, judging from your video, Charoa, you're next. Sonia, did you hear the bell? You didn't hear the bell. Okay. Tell me if you can hear it now.
No. Maybe, Nathani, you can just tell me we're at 12 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah, I think the background is being blocked off. So
Yes, that's true. That's what it is, the background. Okay. So should I tell you at 12 minutes?
yeah.
Okay. Awesome. I'll do that.
Okay. We have Charoa. Speak to me a little bit. Just say that again. What's your name?
Charoa. I'm from
Charoa.
Canada.
Oh, you're from Canada, and you have a really interesting background there.
Oh, that's my art.
Oh, wow. Okay, now you're already much. You're an artist.
It's okay.
Wonderful. So, Charoa, have you permission to connect with your higher self?
Of course.
Okay. It might be that I'm going to take a little longer now because we already had 2, so I can feel I need a bit more time to just rebalance myself. So just don't worry if it takes 1 to 2 minutes until I'm connected, okay? Okay. So, Charoa, the first thing is your higher self was like right here. She wanted to come right through my body. She wanted to come like, I also do channeling where I'm an out of body channel, but not today, obviously. I need to speak. So she was like ready to come right in. I was like, okay, hang on, just stay there. So she came really, really close, very friendly. I had like just a short, I just asked her, to tell me a little bit about who she is and what she's doing here. Again, her energy is more similar to what I had with Darcy. I'm getting a very light energy, very smiley energy, very younger energy, playful. This is not at all judgmental. I'm getting that she hasn't been here many times. So this could be that you've been in other places. I don't know what your beliefs are regarding reincarnation. Just from my perspective, we had past lives and they could have been on Earth or they were in other places. And for her, what I'm getting is that this is a playground for her. She's quite new to this place. That's what I'm getting. That's also what she said. And she is enjoying it. And then I already asked her if, where this conversation was going to go. And she was like, she will tell you. So meaning we are ready for your question.
So I have a lot of projects on my plate. And I think if I had a question, would be to get a sense about which one is going to be leading me to sort of greater success and most fulfilling.
And what was the second part?
Most fulfilling.
Most fulfilling. Mhm. Well, at the moment, she's just agreeing. She says, yes, yes, yes. She has a lot of projects. Which one does she want me to focus on? So kind of just describe it a little bit, or you can just name them and just put like an intensity in it when you talk about them. And then she knows which project you want to know clarification on. How this usually works is like the higher self doesn't look at all your projects and go, this is the one where you have success. She looks at the project and she'll tell me, this is how you feel about it. And this is the energy of it. And then, you know, it kind of goes like that.
Not sure how quite. So as you know, I'm an artist. So there's a lot of different paths that I'm trying out some new styles and techniques. But I've also I'm working with Awedacity, and I'm going to give away some stuff, but I'm working on a show to try and help others through art. And then there's some other more subtle things in the background that I've kind of know that I've already kind of set them aside a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll just focus on these two, I guess.
Okay, one was working on a show.
Mm-hmm.
That one has a lot of energy. And what was the other one?
The other is really more a focus on pure art and incorporating some new techniques.
Okay, now it's very clear. But thank you for that. Okay, so they're on two different levels and they're both meaningful to you. So my first interpretation of what I'm getting, what your higher self is showing, is that I wouldn't abandon either of them. Both are important. One of them, she shows me a little more in the background, a little more in your personal space, which is the art one. And the other one, she shows me a little more to the front and in a more, I'm getting a more corporate energy, but we're going to go into this just to get some more understanding. Okay, I'm going to look at the art one first. The art one is okay, there's two things. One of them, she shows me you like, again, this is me getting images so I can understand what the energy is. That doesn't mean that's what you're doing. She shows me you again on a big canvas with like a pencil so big, I don't think pencils like that even exist. Going like this, okay? Drawing, doing stuff, like really big. And I'm getting that, first of all, that this is very healing for you. So on a personal level, the art is not, again, it's a creativity and this joyful playfulness, similar to Darcy, that you really need, and that's nurturing you and that's keeping you alive, but it's also very healing for you. You're able to deal better with like everyday life and with emotions and with just being a human and being on earth when you do art. It's like art is like your oxygen. Does that make sense to you?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So that's...
I know Nathania and Stephanie are also going, uh-huh.
So that's the importance of that project. So do not abandon that project because that's important for your identity, basically. All right. And the second one, no, she's not finished. Okay. There's more about that first one. Okay, but I don't think this is the place to go deeper into that. She showed me down a bit the path of healing, which I think seems very, very important to you. And again, maybe we're not going to go down there because it will get too personal. But she's starting to show me other people. I'm getting family relationships that need healing, that you need to look at. Does that resonate? Should we leave it with that?
No, that's good.
Yeah, that's good. Okay, we'll just leave it. I'll just tell her that the message got through, but we're going to look at the other one. Okay, she's shifting. Interesting. Okay, so the other one I'm getting again, I would say more corporate energy because it's more static. It's less about, it's not about healing. It's more about how you're presenting yourself to the world. She says it is healing because it is also important for you to take your stand and to show up as who you are, but in a very in a way where you have very good boundaries. Like you're not coming with your vulnerable, open emotions, and that you can completely be vulnerable and open when you do your art at home. But in this other project, it's as if you are able to have your boundaries where you are who you are. You can, it's like she's like, it's important to show up who you are and to be self-confident and yeah, like standing on both your feet again, like as if you were presenting in front of a corporate world where people are all in their suits and you're not like that, but you still respect it like that. She's like, that's definitely something that is healing for you when you do that. It's like awakening a power. Does that make any sense?
Yeah, when we get towards the end, I want to give you some information to help you understand where all of this fits.
Okay. Would it make sense that I give it now so we can go deeper? Or
Oh, I can, absolutely. So
okay.
it's for affirmation for you. I think I have a pretty good connection actually with my higher self. And I actually was sending her to hug you. That's why she was so in your face. So my question to you, my entire journey with my show started with me going through art as a healing process. And so part 2 that I was asking about is I'm actually now taking what I went through and bringing it to the world.
Oh, thank you so much. Okay, now we can go deeper. That was perfect. Thank you. Okay. See, this is why it's so important that this is a conversation and I'm not doing that at home, just having your name, because
Yeah.
now we can go deeper. Okay. And now it also makes sense why she was showing me that, you with really clear boundaries, right? Okay. Well, for me, I think I already said everything. You just confirmed it. Would you like clarification? What's your open question now for that?
I think my concern is I'm taking it's personal, right? I'm taking me and I'm bringing it out to the world. Is I guess there's the self-doubts about how is that going to be received? Is that going to be a success? Are people going to be receptive?
Okay. That's the clear boundaries. Okay. Okay. Now, Sonia has a lot of ideas, but I'm not going to be there. Let me ask her. Okay. First of all, she says, it will be received. Yes. I'm asking her if there's anything you need to particularly put your focus on when you do this. Breathe. Now she's being very practical. She said, breathe. Okay, let me see. Okay, I'm getting a fuller picture. I'm going to try translate it as good as I can. When you do this step, and there might be several times you're doing this step where you're taking something that is being very healing for you and very personal. And again, I'm seeing it in 2 different rooms. You're taking it from your personal space, you're transporting it to this corporate space, to this open space, to the public. When you do that, be very aware that you are entering a different room where everybody can see you. Before you were in your own room and you were completely protected and you could be as vulnerable, as emotional as you wanted to be. Now you're walking into a glass room. But just be aware of that. And with that awareness, really feel your body, feel your grounding, and feel your boundaries, as in an energetic protection around you, where what you want to bring, you're bringing to the world. You're not allowing the world to come into you and like trigger you or attach to you at all. You are sharing to the world. You don't need the world to like trigger you to do more healing. The healing you do on your own. You're totally fine. You don't need others for that. And your family, she says, yes, we got that already.
We're on 13 minutes.
Thank you, Natania. And she says, and breathe. It's like this very conscious, when you do this, when you have these moments, when you bring your art to the world, be very, very conscious about your energy, your emotions, your boundaries, and breathe. I know it sounds stupid, but
It doesn't. Let me tell you something, because I'm going to give you some affirmation again. Literally, the minute before we came in, I came in to do this. I went up an art piece, which is about breathing. It's breathing and meditation through art.
But not just through art, also do it.
Yeah. Well, I was breathing with it because I had to match the rhythm of my art piece to actual relaxing breathing technique. So yeah, I was literally that.
Wonderful. So I'm guessing this is just a big confirmation for you.
Yeah.
You're on the right path, okay? And do as you already do, basically.
Thank you.
Let me just see if she has one thing to share. She's dancing around, and she is saying there is a certain seriousness to your work, which is fine. You know, this is like you're serious about it. This is important. This is important for you, and this is important for the people you're sharing with. But she's like, don't forget, this is all just a game. As in, we're just playing around on this planet. We're just having fun. So she just wanted to bring in a little bit of the lightness as well. Just remember it. That was her last like little dance. All right.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you, both of you. So beautiful. Do you need a minute, Sonia?
Yes, I'm just going to go to the toilet quickly.
Absolutely. Take your time.
Back up in a second.
Is it Jana or Jana?
Jana.
Jana. Okay.
As
Okay,
yeah.
beautiful.
My whole life I've said it's like Jana banana.
Okay. I like the way it's spelled with 2 N.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's always been my name.
Love it.
Sorry, I'm a little nervous. I'm excited and nervous, you know.
Oh, I can imagine. Yeah, it's very special.
Yeah, I just found Sonia not even 2 or so weeks ago.
Okay. Okay.
You know, we were joking because it's like, you know, sometimes you just love the algorithms. They're so on, you know. Bring it on.
Did you see the ad or did you just bump into our socials?
Yeah, just an Instagram something.
Okay, fabulous.
It then went to the website and you know, watched her video and just felt aligned.
I love that. So good that you're here. Thank you so much.
No, thank you for this opportunity.
Absolutely.
I might cry, but okay.
I've been crying. You're not the only one. All right, enjoy.
Okay, Jana. Hi.
Hi.
Oh. You're ready to have your permission to connect with your higher self.
Yes, please.
Thank you.
And thank you.
Okay, Jenna. Your higher self shows herself in a female form like the others, a little elongated, so a little longer than you are, almost like I want to say angel-like figure, but angel has so many weird definitions to it. Hesitant to use that word, but she has this extremely soft energy, very delicate, not in a negative way, but very respectful of others. Like she's not lasting in, she's not intense, she's just there, like angel-like. Sorry, I'm not getting a better word for it at the moment. Do I remember, did you tell me you have a child?
Yes.
Yes, she showed me that immediately. I wasn't sure if I was getting that right. And I don't want to say to anybody you have a child, maybe a waiting one when they don't. That's like, no. But I remembered, I think you told me you had a child. Yeah, so she was showing me the child there as well. Beautiful connection. She's ready for your question.
There's a lot happening right now. I feel like I'm going through like a rebirth of some sorts, and with all of these changes, one moment I feel very aligned and excited for what's coming, and then the next I might feel terrified and nervous because I feel so much is changing. And so I guess I really want to know what I need to know to most enjoy and trust this process of change, because I do feel so fearful, vulnerable, and open for this change. I just, I want to feel safe. How best can I feel safe while these changes are happening? And just anything that I need to hear, that I feel so clear, but I know that there's some things that I'm not seeing.
Yeah.
So
I'm going to ask you a question to get clarification of what is she showing me. At the moment, are you doing a lot of different things?
I'm sorry, am I doing, what was the first part of that?
At this moment in your life, does it feel like you are doing a lot of different things, like taking care of chores, taking care of this, doing that? Are you a little bit dispersed?
Yes, but I've also come out of a time where I didn't have much energy to do things. So now I have a lot of energy.
Okay. Because the image
yes.
was showing me two images. She was showing me first that yeah, so the image I was getting, and then my translation was you are in a room with a lot of things that you need to take care of, and you're trying to do it all at the same time. Like vacuum cleaning and cooking and doing this and doing that, and it was a bit like as if you were not getting, you want to do it all, you're not getting enough air, and it's creating a little bit of chaos, and you're emotional about it, like you can feel that you're in that state, and you can feel that it's not okay, like you're feeling. Again, I don't need to go into the emotion too much, but yeah, that's like the first thing that she showed me. And at the same time, she showed me the remedy, so to speak, because you were asking how to be more clear, right? How to be less fearful of that change that's coming. That was your question, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah. She showed me is it a daughter?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, your daughter. She showed me you taking care of your daughter, and it's as if when you are with your daughter, the rest of the world is a bit leaving. It's like all these, the things that were a bit dispersed and that you're worried about and that you're not sure what to do at what time, as if you're coming to stillness and you're more aligned with that energy that your highest at the beginning, which is this like softer and nurturing energy, a very calm and sensitive place that's within you. For clarification, do you have that feeling when you connect with your daughter on your own, where you come to more peace and more calmness?
Yes, very much. It's very clear to me that, you know, we chose each other, and their happiness is a priority of mine, because I sense one of my main purposes of being here is to, you know, help Genevieve become who they need to be.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I don't want to speak too much because I want to stay in this space, but
You don't have to. It's just a confirmation that when you connect with your daughter in these moments, it's as if your energy completely realigns with your essence and with who you are. So that's like a remedy for moments when you feel vulnerable or unclear, or, you know, just not as connected as you would like to. It's just like, let it all go. Take care of your daughter. Be the mother that you are, and in that moment you realign your energy. Sounds so simple, but it's really beautiful actually to see it, because I'm seeing it, what happens. Do you have a further question, or should I just ask your higher self to guide us what else we need to know?
I do trust my higher self. I have to while I'm here. So I guess a question that arises that I am absolutely needing more clarification is about my relationship with Genevieve's dad, because
And you
It
want
has-
this to be, you sure you want this to be live?
yes,
Okay, perfect. Just making sure we don't forget we're live. Okay, so please tell me again. Yeah.
please tell you what.
Just ask you a question. It's clarification about the relationship with her dad.
Yes, in relation to, like, when you say that, you know, I know that when I connect with my daughter, how powerful that is. There's it's sometimes hard because of the relationship, you know, with our family, or I don't know. I'm just things are changing, and I don't know what that looks like.
Well, that what I was describing before, that connection with her, that is just you and her. I don't know if that answers part of your question. It's like when you are alone with her, you are fully reconnecting with your essence. So you would like me to just bring in her dad into the field and see what we get there?
Yeah, if that what needs to be, yeah.
Okay. I don't want to go into what I'm sensing from him because he's not here. So I don't want to talk about him. So I just, whatever I was sensing, I turned it around to what it means for you.
Mhm.
And the first thing that I was getting was for you to acknowledge that he's here, that he's there. And the second thing that seemed important was your higher self showed me when you connect with your daughter and you are connected with that essence, with that beautiful, beautiful energy of yours, to invite him in. It's like there has to be an active invitation, if you want that from your side, to invite him to come join you in that frequency, in that energy, in that space with her. Does that make any sense to you?
Mm-hmm. Definitely.
Okay. Very good. Would you like to know more about this, or do you have a question?
No, you can speak more to that. Whatever, whatever needs to come through. I'm trusting that I'm here for that right now.
She is showing me your, I want to say your partner, but I'm just sticking to your daughter's dad in a different energy than you are, which again is no judgment. Sometimes different energies attract each other. Sometimes that creates difficulties or challenges in a good or in a bad way that we choose ourselves. I think that's important to share, that you're aware of that. I think you already are aware of that. So it might just be a confirmation. And you choosing to have that in your life, a different energy, because her and you are in a very similar frequency, okay? It's as if you're like the same. Yeah, I'm getting this acknowledging that there is people, in this case her dad, that are in a different energy, in a different mission, in a different purpose than you are. Acknowledging that, and also that it is not always easy, not just for her dad, but I'm guessing for people in general, to connect with you, with your energy, with your essence. When you are truly yourself, it's something very special. It's I don't think that we come across such an energy very often, and it feels, again, it feels holy, and that's scary. It feels very clear and very soft, and that's very scary for people. And for you to acknowledge that that might be the reactions you are getting from people that are close to you or people that are not so close to you, and just acknowledge them, that they're different, stay who you are, and invite them in. Again, I'm getting this, the ones you want to have close to you, actively invite those people into your field.
We're on 13 minutes.
Thank you, Natalia. Jana, does this resonate with you?
Yeah, I there's a lot here. I've in that relationship, the softness that you speak of, that is my higher self. Like, I definitely resonate with that, but I have had to, fight more than I find comfortable with myself.
Yeah.
And there's a purpose behind it, though. There's a passion behind what I'm fighting for. It's tiresome to do that. So I guess I'd like a little more, like, what can I do to open up and let him in a way that doesn't feel threatening? I'm not in physical danger anymore, or anything. It's just complicated.
Yeah, there is a lot there. I think we'd have to go into this personally, just right. You and me, because there is definitely you who you are when you fully connect with yourself. Again, these are the moments when you connect with your daughter, just the you can tap into that energy. But then most of the time you are in your incarnated, beautiful, messy human you, who we all are, right? And it's not connected as deeply with your essence, and that's okay. We all are like that, and that's where you're speaking from right now. So that's what we'd have to focus on. We have to look on, okay, how can we align these two more, and what needs to happen on the more incarnated, more 3D personality, what needs to be aligned and balanced there. because there is a different relationship here where I'm seeing the 3D and the here where you are with your daughter and fully aligned. It's completely different. And he can't get to you here, but he can here. And there's lots of emotions there. So we'll have to look at that personally, because this will get too deep, and also we're at the end of
Yes.
time.
I know. Time is an issue.
Just take a deep breath. Connect with that essence, that higher self of you, that softness. Now you're in safe space. Take a deep breath, just feel it within you. Expand it. You can say thank you to your higher self and to the connection that you have to your daughter. Just know you're on the right path and it's all fine.
Good, I'm on the right path.
Yes, you are.
Thank you.
Thank you to your higher self, and I'm going to bring myself back. Okay, wow. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Sonia. Thank you, everybody. Thank you for your trust and for your openness. It was really, really very, very touching to listen to all four of you. And somebody else popped in a little later. Diana, welcome, and thank you for being here as well. In the chat, we have a link to the Awedacity newsletter if you want to stay updated for any upcoming events. Feel free to register there. There's also a link in the chat to today's live, so you will find that on our socials as well as Sonia's socials. The recording, in case you want to re-listen to something or download the transcript or something. And we have one more session like the one today with Sonia next week, Tuesday, same time. Just take note that if we are, yes.
Time, as we're changing time, the States doesn't. It's going to be,
Thank you.
yeah,
Perfect.
it's going to be a different time. They
You're
don't,
right. Yeah,
we
you're
have
right.
to
There's a few weeks. Yeah, there's a few weeks where you don't change it. Yeah, you're right. So for us, it's the same time. Yeah. Yeah, for us,
it's going to be the same time, but for the States, it's 1 hour earlier or later. I don't know yet.
yes, absolutely. I think it's earlier. That's a good point. Okay. All right, perfect. And yeah, just take note that today we started off with 4 participants, so everybody got a reading. In case there's more than 4 people, then we sort of do a lucky draw, pick 4 people. So it's 15 minutes per person allocated. We can't go beyond an hour, and 15 minutes seems really like a good time allocation to be able to dive into some questions and really get some connection. So a huge thank you from Stephanie and me. Sonia, thank you so much for giving this a go. This is so awesome. Really, really awesome, and just appreciate you so much and your wisdom. And yeah, it was very, very touching. Yeah, absolutely beautiful. And thanks everybody for coming.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
A really good day, evening,
Thank
and see you again. Bye.
Bye.
You all.